Next up at UFC 310, we have the main event of the evening. We have Alexandre Pantoja defending his belt for the third time against a UFC newcomer in Kai Asakura. There's a lot of talk about this is the great signing and the UFC knows what they're doing. And I don't know why, but everybody just latches on and just continues to regurgitate the same thing over and over and over again. And the most recent regurgitation is Kai Asakura has a massive fan base and he brings a huge audience with him, so the UFC wants him to win. And you can argue that's the case with anybody from a specific country. I do not think that the UFC is purposely saying, let's go get a Japanese superstar to bring in the Japanese fan base. They have a Japanese fans are tremendous mixed martial arts fans to begin with. They also have Tai Tatsura, who can end up being a huge superstar in his own right. So to see video after video after video, just fake hot taking this huge signing from Japan is a little ridiculous. Alexandre Pantoja, 28-5 in his career. He is 5-0 in his last 5, and he is coming off his second title defense. Taking on a Kai Asakura, 21-4 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, making his UFC debut in a title fight. This does not happen very often. He is a healthy underdog here, so this is mostly content creator yapping to pretend that Kai Asakura is going to come in here and absolutely smoke. But he can do well. He's an incredible striker. If you haven't watched any tape on him, he is a very good, very fun, very fast, and powerful striker. He's also big. He's a 135-pounder that is coming down 10 full pounds to fight for a UFC title.
And do you know what he was doing on the embedded?
Drinking his own piss?
Motherfucker, I don't know. The embedded obviously is filmed before it's aired, but it had to have been like last week or something. He's at a restaurant. Nutritionist said I can have a cheat meal, and he's eating all this fucking. He can eat whatever. The nutritionist said I can eat whatever I want. All this fried food. Like, motherfucker,
not a week out.
Motherfucker, what? You've never made 125 before, and you're having a cheat meal with all this fucking fried food and shit. It's like, what are you doing?
Dude, a week out is crazy. Dude, a week out.
He's only embedded like, yeah, it's a cheat day.
Yeah. Dude, a week out, they remove salt. Fighters won't even look at a salt. They won't look at salt a week out. It's like steamed broccoli and chicken with no seasoning. So yeah, that's crazy. A full-blown cheat day coming down. Dude, coming down 10 pounds when you already... If going from 135 to 125 is a very big drop. Anyway.
It's a lot of percentage. We're talking about body weight.
In his UFC debut, I'm skipping steps here. I'll get to that point. But he is a phenomenal striker. He's lightning fast. He lets just his hands go. He has no issue putting himself in harm's way to find a finish. He's very mobile. He's very hard to like back into a corner, make something happen. Takedown defense is the biggest question because he's fighting in ONE FC. He's fighting in a ring. There's not a lot of wrestlers. He's fighting a lot of strikers. So we don't really know what the takedown defense truly is going to be, and it will matter because Alexandre Pantoja is going to come forward, bomb big heavy strikes, and look to grapple. He's a fantastic grappler. He's got good control, good ground and pound. The striking's not amazing. It is formulaic, but it's the right formula, right? 1-2, 1-1-2, 1-2-3. Like, he'll throw in some small combinations, he'll make stuff happen, and he'll move forward. Jakey boy, what's a 1?
Oh, it's a jab.
What's a 2?
Oh, it's a right hand.
What's a 3?
Oh, it's a left hook.
Oh, okay. All right. What's a 4?
Oh, it's a right hook.
What's a 5?
Oh, it's a left uppercut.
All right, you got him. Oh, look at you, Jakey. My girls have
pads before, man.
My girls have it memorized too, so I'm working on them. Anyway, Alexandre Pantoja, current world champion. He's been in several dogfights. Notably, his last fight was kind of a dogfight. He had 9 takedowns. A lot of people gave Steve Erceg a bunch of credit there. I didn't think it was as controversial as people made it out to be, but I also value takedowns more than most people do. And that's the only thing that's going to matter here is takedowns. Alexandre Pantoja is not winning a striking match. Not in this fight. Not against Kai Asakura. But you take a guy from a foreign land, far, far away. The land of the rising sun. That might be China. I think it's Japan. The land of the rising sun. You take him. You bring him here. You take him out of a ring. Put him in a cage. You make him cut an additional 10 pounds. You put him on the biggest stage he's ever fought in. Not the biggest arena. Maybe not even the most eyes. Those Japanese fights in the Saitama Super Arena are wild. But this is absolutely the biggest stage of his entire career. it's too much. Fighting a grappler, an established UFC guy, Kai Asakura in Las Vegas, Nevada. I think Alexandre Pantoja gets it done. I think he looks exactly like a minus 260 favorite, if not more than that. And I think Kai Asakura is going to get a little bit exposed with the grappling. I've been watching this sport a very long time. I was a Pride champion. Not like Pride fighting champion fan. Yeah, no, fan. A Pride fan. It's PFC, Pride Fighting Championships. I was a fan of the Pride style. I was a fan of the soccer kicks, the stomps, the ring. Those fights were exciting as shit. But they were exciting because we didn't have wrestlers. There was a ton of steroids. And a lot of those fights were fixed. That is not what we have here. In a cage where you can get backed up against the cage and taken down without a referee smacking your hand because it's ropes. Alexandre Pantoja wins this fight. What do you think, Jakey Boy?
Yeah, I was, I don't know if I was giving you a hard time or not, but I was in my head.
You were sending me, wait, hold on. You were sending me picture after picture of Alexandre Pantoja getting hit, and then picture after picture of Kai Asakura wrestling with fucking Marab.
Right. And that was because we all know Pantoja at this point. Right, we all know Pantoja at this point. His nickname is the Cannibal. He's gonna come forward with crazy striking, with a fucking concrete head to get to that body lock position. He can get a takedown from anywhere. He can run. He can get a single. He can get a double. He can just body lock you. He can just climb your back without a takedown. He is very, very talented in the grappling. And as good as Kai thinks that he's improved in that aspect, I mean, he's not gonna withstand the grappling of Pantoja. If it goes to the ground, Pantoja's going to have, it's not going to be like a Chase Hooper in Clay Guida type of situation, because I think Kai probably is going to be able to withstand the early stuff, but Pantoja eventually is going to wear you down. Because my knock on Pantoja, because I've picked against him a couple times, was eventually he's going to slow down. His pace is so crazy that I picked Brandon Moreno against him because I was like, Pantoja's going to slow down. And then I kept waiting for Pantoja to slow down. He just fucking never slowed down. Now you realize Pantoja does not slow down. I picked Steve Erceg against Pantoja because I knew that Steve Erceg could hang in the striking with range, but could also do enough in the grappling to kind of be able to stay alive in rounds or even win rounds with offensive wrestling, which at the end kind of fucked him. But that's why I picked Steve Erceg. So when I knew that there was going to be this wild, dynamic, powerful striker coming over from Japan, I was like, oh, Pantoja might be in trouble because Pantoja's always fucking reckless. And if you get a guy that's got laser hands against a reckless guy coming forward, that's a recipe for disaster, especially the knees that guy can throw as well. So that was with me not even watching Kai, already thinking that I'm probably going to pick Kai, and then I watched Kai, and as much as he does have those shots that he can catch people with, the knees as they're coming in, the kind of almost Sean O'Malley step back right hands, he will pull you, right? He likes when people are charging at him, he can pull you into those step back right hands. It's not always nice and tight. Sean O'Malley, when he's everything is boom, right on the dot, nice and tight. He will get fucking loopy with his shots. He will throw the wild shit, the spinning shit. And I think that over-aggression in the counter-striking is going to just open up this takedowns a little bit more for a guy like Pantoja, who's already going to be able to timing well. But especially when you're not coming straight down the middle on these guys and you're getting a little bit loopy, that's when you're getting taken down. And if you're getting taken down, I think he's in trouble. So I just think it's the wildness that people love about Kai is ultimately going to be his downfall. That obviously he can catch a guy like Pantoja, maybe he hurts him, he'll put him out. He's a dangerous guy, but I just think he's a little bit too loopy, and Pantoja's going to be able to work the ground game, and I flipped all the way to Pantoja.
There we go. Glad you made it. Yeah, you were trolling me for a while there, and I was actually fucking annoyed.
And I've only missed 2 pay-per-view main events all year. One of them was Pantoja.
Yeah. Well, you're on the other side, so right. Hopefully it's not some weird Pantoja karma. But I think the $8,800 in DraftKings Fantasy is worth it because it's not crazy that Pantoja finds a finish. And if he doesn't find a finish, we might get a performance like his last fight where he had 9 takedowns.
I think it feels like that this is going to be fire. I mean, Pantoja's a guy that, especially when he knows he has a grappling advantage, I mean, he is on. He is fucking on you.
Yeah,
he is fucking on you. And if he gets on him early, I think he can wear him down and find a finish. But if he gets caught coming in, I was surprised. I guess it is flyweights, but the 2.5 round line was a little bit surprising. I thought it might be 1.5 with the over, definitely be a minus money. But I think there's this fireworks early, and somebody's going to look very dominant.
I agree. Kai Asakura is either going to smoke Pantoja on the way in, Because Kai Asakura cutting that extra weight, coming to 125 for the first time ever, he's going to slow down. So if he doesn't get an early knockout on a sloppy Pantoja takedown attempt, he's not going to get one. Like, you close your eyes and you get through the first round, you're fine. You're fine if you're on the Pantoja side. But the first round might be tricky because Kai's might. Yeah, it's just, man, coming into the UFC, a 5-round main event in your first ever fight, down a weight class.
He's a cocky kid, dude. He's a cocky kid. That the embeddeds have been good to kind of in the countdown as well to get to know him because obviously a lot of us don't even know who he is as a personality or whatever. And the way he was talking about Pantoja and stuff too, he's like, I don't think he's. Obviously, he gives him his credit, but he's like, I don't think he shines anywhere, I think was a quote or whatever. It's like, well, I don't know if you've watched him grapple.
Crazy fucking thing to say, yeah.
He's a pretty good fucking grappler.
Yeah. And the Brandon Moreno win to take the belt only looks better now than it did before. Because
Right.
Brandon Moreno just looked great. So either way, we are both on the Pantoja side. If you do want to unlock all the picks, the bets, the tools, the round line leans, and everything else, it's freaking $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Unlock it all instantly. Couple of super chats, $1.99.
Real quick, and how many times have we seen just regular other promotions come to the UFC for just regular fights and get fucking smoked? And it's like, oh yeah, competition's a little bit different. And now you have a different promotion fighting the fucking champion for his first fight. It's pretty crazy.
Dude, even people who ended up being great, like Justin Gaethje, struggled first coming to the UFC. Ended up being great. Ended up putting it together, but took him a little while. Onwell to $1.99. I missed you guys. Shaking my head so much last week. Well, we missed you. The off weeks do kind of suck. I'll give you quick picks, but nothing like the live show. Anomaly, news, analysis, and hip hop. Now, hey, nobody says, give me news on hip hop like a white dude that looks like Jesus. But he says,
I think that is Jesus.
That's a guy smiling with a hookah.
That is Jesus Cristo.
Jacob's lock of the week is very impressive. That man
Cereal?
is locked in. Oh. No, too late now. And then another from Anomaly, news, analysis, and hip hop. That's awesome that Angelo was a Pride champion.
Can someone let me know in the comments real quick if Angelo, when he set up this game, if he put limitations on the game, or is he just making that up
I
right
said
now?
If Jacob figures it out and starts taking advantage, we're shutting it down.
I didn't even take advantage. I said it one other time, and I think you owe it to the people.
I took 6 shots during this show. Six.
Come on, man. It's the last pay-per-view of the year. It's 7 million
A guy
views.
with a corn dog as his profile picture says, hold up, y'all are sponsored by Hayabusa now or something. And yes, we do have a partnership with Hayabusa. And I reached out to him. I am a Hayabusa customer. I train. If you guys watch any of the vlogs that have any training in it, you'll watch me put my Hayabusa shorts on. My Hayabusa gi. I have been wearing and using Hayabusa gears from when Nick Newell was fighting in Bellator. So I love Hayabusa. Their products are unbelievable.
I'm a big Hayabusa guy. I've got a couple gis that I wear around the house
He
now.
does have a couple of gis.
And,
like bathrooms.
They're, I'll get naked and nap on them.
So I basically reached out and was like, hey, I'm about to buy some stuff here. I am a customer. I love your products. And I know you sponsor like athletes, like big time professional kickboxers and boxers. And like, I know you do that. And we're a little different, but. And then we had a meeting. We talked about it, went through the whole thing and made it work. So very, very proud and happy.
That calls for a shot, I think.
You know what? I will take a hot for Busa. For
the boost.
The amazing Canadian. Oh, wait. Label out. To Aljamain.